Joining us now on the Metro PCS hotline, the first head coach of Kaiser football, the Seahawks head man, Doug Socha, joining us here on ESPN 106.3. And, Coach, it has been, I would imagine, a whirlwind last couple of weeks with the announcement of the football program and now trying to get a handle on some of your 2017 kids. What has been the timeline to get Kaiser football, the name out there, start recruiting for your school, and ultimately trying to build for when you have the program on the field in 2018?
Hey, guys, thanks for having me on. No, it's been such an exciting time, and, I've been on the job for about 10 days, 2 weeks, and, we've pretty much gotten every high school in Palm Beach County, and, we're excited about today, National Signing Day. We've got 3 guys that have signed with us, and we're still waiting on others, and there's more to come. We signed a quarterback in Eli Matthews out of Palm Beach Gardens, Pierre Michel, offensive lineman out of American Heritage, and a kid that played for me at Oxbridge Academy, and Simeon Phillips. So 2 line of scrimmage kids and a quarterback. We're excited. So this recruiting process for us is going to certainly extend in here the next month or so, but we're hitting the ground fast, and we're getting into every high school. We're going to extend ourselves into Broward and Dade. We're going to hit the west coast of Florida next week, and then we're going to be on up the east coast next week as well. So we're moving fast. We got to fill this roster. We're going to practice in 2017, and we're going to get ourselves ready to be a great student here at Kaiser University. We're going to build the identity and the culture that we want to build the foundation with, and then we'll be ready to compete in 2018. So that kind of gives you a timeline. But right now our complete focus is on recruiting.
Coach, what was it like actually sitting down and recruiting and then getting a fax letter of intent from a kid that you coached in high school in Simeon Phillips?
It was a special deal. That's a kid that fits our profile, to a T. I mean, he's a high-character kid who loves playing football. He's tough, and he competes in the classroom. So, I mean, it's a special deal having a chance to be around Simeon and coaching him and knowing his family. It's a pretty big-time feeling, so we're so excited about him.
Me and Joe often talk about how National Signing Day is just the start. It's the kickoff of the signing process. What message do you have for the kids in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast who have not signed yet today?
Hey, you just got to, stay true to the process and believe in yourself and get out and, investigate the different schools. We're having an open house on Saturday at 10 a.m., and we're going to have a chance to get kids on our campus and families to see what we've got. But that's exactly right. National Signing Day just is the kickoff, and for us more than anyone, it certainly is. We want to get as many kids on our campus, but there's going to be a place for everyone to go on and get their advanced degree and play college football. But now we have an opportunity here in Palm Beach County to have a scholarship level at NAIA and play competitive football and have such a tradition of academics. Some kids that have to leave the state or otherwise would have to leave the state, now they don't. And we're going to be that option for them.
Doug Socha joining us here on ESPN 106.3 NSD Central on ESPN West Palm, the head football coach of Kaiser University. The Seahawks pulling in 3 players today from the Palm Beach County Treasure Coast area. Coach, you mentioned your plans to try to reach out to different corners of Florida, whether it be to Broward or out west as well. How important was it for you, however, to really establish yourself in Palm Beach County first and then try to reach out further and further with the Seahawks name?
Well, this is where it's going to start. It's going to start right here when we get on Military Trail and expand out to the different schools here in the county. But, it's huge. We want to build the bulk of our roster right here in Palm Beach County. And there's a number of reasons why we've said that. Number one, it's close. There's enough talent right here. And we want to be the school for this community. And we know that that's going to, get a lot of attention for our kids, come game day and create a lot of excitement. And we're going to embed our kids in the community. So Palm Beach County is our number one focal point by far. And then obviously we're going to cast our nets down into Broward, down into Dade, over to the West Coast. But, right now we're completely focused on Palm Beach County. And then as the weeks go on, we're going to get ourselves into different parts of the state.
Coach Socha, what was it about Palm Beach Gardens quarterback Eli Matthews that made you think he was a guy that you wanted to be one of the first quarterbacks signed to your program?
Just look at him on film. He's a competitor. He's won some big football games. He's played at the highest level here in Palm Beach County in 8A football. And then just so many people have reached out to me just about his character and what type of kid he is. And going over to Palm Beach Gardens for 1 year and getting voted to being a team captain, that was important in the evaluation process. Talking to Jack Daniels, which was a school that he played at, had so many good things to say about him. Then you meet him, and then you meet his mom and dad. He's just such a high-character kid, and he's a team captain. He's a leader on and off the field, and then you turn the film on, and we're going to trust our evaluation, when we turn that film on.
Doug Socha joining us here on ESPN 106.3. Again, NSD Central, our high school National Signing Day coverage on ESPN West Palm. Joe Colella, Chris Coquel with you. Coach, we'll wrap it up with this one. Last player that we have mentioned, Pierre Michel, is a guy also along the line there. You're building up through the trenches, as you said. What does he offer your program?
No doubt about it. We're going to build this thing, starting with line of scrimmage kids. We had to find a quarterback, but, if we can build a good foundation of linemen, those guys take a little bit longer to develop. But Pierre Michel, he comes from a good program. He's competed at a high level. Comes from an educated family that values education, so we know he's going to work hard in the classroom. And then you look at the growth potential of him. 6'3", 265 pounds. There's no doubt with a year in our program and nutrition and weightlifting, he's going to be upwards towards 300 pounds and have a chance to compete for us. So, he's certainly a great start to building, the size on the offensive line that we want.
Coach, congratulations on the day today. We appreciate it, and best of luck as you continue to build the program.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot.
All right, that's our pleasure. That's Doug Socha joining us here on ESPN 106.3. New head coach, first head coach for Kaiser football as they get ready to start in 2018, but already hitting the ground running for recruiting in the class of 2017. 3 kids from the area, as mentioned, and continuing to go through the recruiting process as they move forward.